Yes. Welcome to the FEPCAST, everybody. This episode, of course, called Margo's Got Mammary Troubles, which is a play on Margo's Got Money Troubles, and Euphoria, which is Sydney Sweeney's, double magnum opus.
Big.
Wow. Just wow. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. We'll get to that soon enough.
Side note, I think we're aging out of that intro. None of us look the same anymore.
I know. You said this before. We're gonna refilm it, Don. In fact, maybe we'll do it in Vegas when we go. That's another reason you should go. Well, film a new intro. Film a new intro. That all it takes is recording it, and I'll put it together. I'll clip it together. We'll have a brand new intro. I do agree. We need better music.
It's going to be great when we all just do the same thing where we tip a stripper $1, get smacked in the face.
Speaking of the first strip club I ever went to,
the one where you throw the dollar and then a ping pong ball comes back at you, and all you see is legs.
So the first strip club I ever went to just closed, and I'm blanking on the name. It was some goofy name, but at the time I just turned 18, went with some buddies, and the first thing you do when you walk in the door is there's these two chicks with big old juggers, and they weren't the best tits in the world, and they weren't the best looking women in the world. But the first thing was you just walk in, and they both go rub your face in them, and you tip me your buck, and then you're on your way. And they had dollar dances in those days. They had dollar dances.
Oh, I kind of remember that.
Greeting, if you will.
Long ago.
Incredible, man. Incredible. And it just closed. I was like, oh my God. If I had known, I would have flown out for one last hurrah.
They thought Trump was going to bring the prices down.
Walmart used to do that greeting, but then they had to change it to just the old guy sitting there because
that was just the old guy's balls.
Yeah, somebody complained.
Gives your skull a little shine like mine.
Could
he
add
rubs it like the Jesus with his.
Wouldn't it be the best thing in our culture if the way we greeted women was with the motorboat? That you just start every conversation, and then you get it out of the way because.
What percentage of women that you see a day would you want to do that to?
Thank you, Rico. Exactly. What if you find a Nancy Reagan? What if you go up to a Nancy Reagan and you just have one boob and you just have to be like, it would be so awkward.
If it's cleavage
like shaking hands with a one-armed man who's lost his right arm. You don't want to do that.
What about the motorboating booth at the fair? Instead of the kissing booth, you get the motorboating booth.
Oh, we're not taking up. We're talking about carny people now.
Well, I mean,
I'm pretty sure any carnival you can find that booth if you try hard enough. I guarantee you.
This one's in Vegas and it's at a strip club. So
okay, it's fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough. I got you.
You know what? I think we're overcomplicating matters. Let's do it the old-fashioned way. You go to a strip club and you give a lady a $20, and there you go.
Yeah. She's earned it.
All
right.
Yeah.
Sydney Sweeney did not earn just $20 for Euphoria. Should we start with Euphoria or should we start with Margo has money troubles? Margo's got
there's less to talk about with Margo. Got money trouble.
Yeah.
Well, there's less to talk about if you know what I mean, because she's got nothing up top, but was topless half the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brian,
there's a lot less to talk about.
This might be the first time that we picked two shows that actually have kind of a harmony with each other.
Yeah, I thought
they
the
were
same thing.
Very yes. Never seen two shows where you're like, wow, this is the same idea of a show.
Yes.
And
well, not quite the same, but
no, right. But there are a couple similarities with the female narration and stuff like that. And then the added bonus of boobs was just,
Well, the problem, and we're getting a little bit ahead. We'll give our breakdowns and reviews, but the problem with both these shows, in my opinion, was that the plethora of female nudity did not in any way, shape, or form overcome the terrible writing, plotting, boring acting, bad directing. I wanted to here, we'll talk about Euphoria. So we'll start with Euphoria, just so I can tell you.
Let's go.
I tried to watch Euphoria once because everybody was talking about it, right? I'm like, all right, let me check this show out. Everybody's talking about it. Number one, I don't like Zendaya. I find her to be a woke, annoying turd. I think she's
overrated.
8 out of 8. Maybe not even. Maybe a 7.5 out of 10. She's okay. I don't think she's that great of an actress. And Euphoria, I tried to watch it. I got halfway through. I got to Sydney Sweeney's show-stopping knockers. I mean, it's like Princess Bride, where he goes,
Are those real? Is that not that got to be AI?
Run. It's like
wow.
AI. This show premiered like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's get this line out though, because I think you'll agree it's appropriate. When Wesley, the Dread Pirate Roberts, is lying in bed and the princess goes to kill herself, she's got a knife to her breast. He goes, there's a shortage of absolutely perfect breasts in this world, princess. You'd be ashamed to damage yours. And I'm like, Dread Pirate Roberts doesn't know shit. He hasn't seen Sydney Sweeney. My God. Conquer empires for this, like Helen of Troy.
Yeah, he would abandon his code.
He is the only reason to continue to watch this show.
Yes.
So the premise of it is Zendaya, and I'm just learning right now she's like a Brazilian soccer player. She doesn't have a second name. She's just
by the
Zendaya.
way, thank you. You said it right, by the way. I was corrected, oddly enough. I won't say where, but it is somewhere we talked about earlier in the show by somebody who was a waitress at said location, whose name happened to be in the same, I guess, genre of Zendaya. That's the right way to say it. I say Zendaya. It's supposed to be Zendaya.
Well, you pronounce everything wrong.
I do. It's kind of my thing.
Yeah. So what's up with that? Why is she one name? Did she drop a name?
I think it's because she's an egomaniacal twat. That's why. That's my opinion.
All right. Well, fair enough. Yeah, I don't remember seeing her in anything else. Dune 2.
Dune. No. She was in something. She's in Spider-Man. She's Spider-Man's girlfriend, was how she met Tom Holland. They're like married now. But even in Spider-Man and in Dune, she's okay. She plays the same character in every show. Bitchy, kind of goofy, standoffish girl. That's what she plays in every single show.
Every actor is that now. They don't really have much range.
Well, every female actor, we talked about this. Every female character is written in the same vein. Like this, like Euphoria to me seemed like, well, number one, Margo, we talk about that, is like a knockoff of Girls. This was like an even dirtier, scuzzier version of Girls. But like Rio's saying, like they write all these characters. None of these female characters are likable at all.
Exactly. That's problem immediately.
Yeah.
And it's not just the female characters. The male characters, like the first male character you meet is a total fucking asshole. This is why I hate some high school shows. Like it's so over the top. Like everyone in this world is just out of control. They're all fucking narcissistic assholes. The only one who didn't seem like an asshole was the black kid.
Yeah.
Like he was the only one who's like a normal high school.
Well, until he tried to choke out Sydney Sweeney because he watches too much porn. That was the only good line of the show.
Yeah. Like he doesn't know. He doesn't know anything. I thought all women like this.
Yeah. He's watching but porn where there's choking everybody out.
And then her response was great. It's exactly what you would want to hear with somebody you're about to fall in love with. And you're like,
next time, just ask me.
I wouldn't be able to hear anything. My face would be buried so far in her tits. I would not be able to hear it in my ears.
Or wait for me to ask.
I would just hear her heartbeat.
Yeah,
I would hear her milk being made.
Yeah.
We're gonna get nasty emails about that. And Rico, to your point, everybody in this show, like I'm watching, I'm like, I hate all these people. Everything about it, they're all scuzzbag, they're all doing drugs, they're all like wild, out of control garbage. And like I wrote down, Rico, to your point, I'm like, this show is written for dumb people, number one, to think is profound. Like the whole opening monologue of her like talking about doing drugs. It's like it's not that well written. It's just like for dumb people that want to think it's profound. And then also a man wrote it. This man, it's David, I think David E. Kelly is his name, who did like a lot of law shows forever, The Practice and stuff. And Ally McBeal.
He did Ally McBeal.
He's got to be gay.
Yep.
He's got to be gay. He does not know how to write men. Because every man, to your point, is an absolute stereotype, dipshit asshole. I'm like, this, you might have two people in the school like that, Nobody's standing for this crap, acting like this all the time.
Yeah, everyone. Like, what happened to American Pie? Like, that was kind of a much better representation of high school, even though it's been quite a while for us. Like, there's like somewhat awkward kids. There's the dipshits, the dumbasses. They're all trying to get laid, but in like a good-natured way. Like, the parents aren't all drunks and drug addicts or psychopaths like they show in this show. This world is like, what the hell? Like, if you're a person that is like in your 20s or 30s and you're watching this show, you're like, well, I don't want to have kids. I can't send them to high school like this.
Right? I know.
We don't have any kids in this world.
That's why I'm telling my kids I love them and how much I value them every day. So they grow up and have some indication of right and wrong and like who's a good person or not. Not that I'm the best person, but better than these people. And also like the first scene, they have the opening, the football guy. Sorry, Don, I'll let you talk just like the football guy, the main jock asshole. It's like the first scene, you see him in his truck and there's just a blonde smoke show chick riding her bicycle on the side of the road who just apparently moved to the school. And he like runs her off the road. Because, that's what people do. You run super hot blonde chicks on their bicycles wearing short skirts off the road. Just because.
Well, turns out that character develops into something else.
The blonde or the jock?
Yeah. The blonde and the jock.
Transformation. Well, the blonde, we have to talk about the blonde's story because that was... Again, everything about the show is so depressing. That's why I stopped watching it. I was like, this is the most depressing show. Like, did you ever see the movie Spun?
Yes.
So depressing, where they're on meth and they're just like, I think it's like Jason Reitman or whoever the kid from Rushmore is. Isn't it the kid Rushmore is like the lead in Spun?
That one guy.
And like
Mina, he's the lead.
Like that Jason girl from American Beauty. I think was
she's in it. It's so awful. I mean, it's so depressing. And this show was nothing but kids doing the worst things, being the worst people, having sex, being pieces of shit, and then being sad about it in a depraved cave of sadness. I'm like, this is awful. Like, who is this show made for? Is it made for teenagers to watch it and be like, can't wait to do that? Is it a cautionary tale, or is it made for like perverted adults who want to jerk off to high schoolers banging and getting and then hooking up? So the blonde chick, just get
you nailed it. I think with that last one, it's made for perverts. I mean, it has no point in existence.
Well, I didn't like it. So explain that, Don.
Yeah. You have your litmus test right in front of you. I mean, so the blonde chick, she seems like this sweet little thing, and then you find out she goes online and finds like a hookup site and is seeking out like dominant old men to come and bang her. So she sneaks out and meets this guy who's a married man who just like rips her panties off and then chokes her and then roughly violates her asshole.
Roughly violates her asshole. She's supposed to be in high school, and this is a guy who goes on websites and then says how pure she is.
Yeah.
How old are you? 22. Okay.
All right. Well, now that that's out of the way, let me put my thumb in your mouth and proceed to anally,
And also, what are they trying to show? Yeah, what generation of people are watching this to think, oh, this is exciting? Or like, either you like what they're doing or you've never seen it before. Either way, the people that are producing it are disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, and like if I was a parent and I came home, my kid was watching Euphoria. Like, all right, I don't believe in strong corporal punishment, but it's time to go pick a switch. Let's go. You're beaten until you turn this up and never turn on again.
You just use like a long zip tie. That would do it.
Yeah, that'll work. But yeah, it was awful. It was
that part where she hooks up with the dude, I thought she was on like a gay site. Cause like it said like Dom male or something. I'm like
Dominant Daddy was
Dominant Daddy.
Like, gay dudes. Like I was so confused. And then like proposes both
that's a man. That's a boy. That's a dude. That the blonde is a man.
Oh, in real life?
No, in the show too.
No, you're right. That is a trans. That's a. I have to say though, hey, pretty good trans. Would have had me fooled if I didn't read that before the show. Would have had me fooled.
They show his dick prominently throughout the whole show.
The skinny blonde is a dude.
Yeah. Yes. Do you not have?
I don't think I didn't see any wang from that.
Bro, they're showing bulge the whole time.
I don't know. I wasn't staring
that hard. I didn't see that either. I mean, I was kind of doing work.
I think I was too appalled by the scene, by what was happening. I didn't focus on it.
There was no bulge,
dude. I agree. I didn't see a bulge.
So much bulge.
Maybe are we finding out that Donnie has a tiny dick, and his definition of bulge is just what other people think is like a large labia.
The skinny girl that was like in her bra and panties at the end with Zendaya.
Yes, that's a dude.
That
is a dude.
You guys
Rico's clearly been fooled before.
Wow. You guys did not see that whole thing coming. Dude,
get fooled again.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The whole thing with the website.
Shame on me.
Like
fool me 4 or 5 times. I have to stop masturbating to that
Did you not see when he injects himself with the estrogen?
Oh, I was wondering what that was.
That's okay. I
thought she was doing steroids because she was so skinny.
Why are we?
I thought you were doing heroin. I didn't realize it was supposed to be estrogen.
That was confusing to me.
That's it. I'm done with you guys. You didn't even pay. Holy shit.
I didn't put that together.
The dude that fucked her. Well, obviously, if it's a dude, he had to fuck in the butt.
Do you know who that is now? Also,
it was like a gay site.
Okay, that makes more sense then.
And let's just go to the end.
Oh, and her name is Jules, like testicles.
That's a good one. But do you know who the guy that fucked her is?
Well, it turns out it's the asshole's dad.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they showed the picture. One. She flipped it over, and I was walking around because I was like jumping out of the shower, getting ready to pick my kids up. I didn't realize I just saw her flip over and I was like, oh, he's married. I didn't see it was supposed to be the jock kid's dad. That's interesting.
Well, when the jock kid gets home at the end of the party, there's a family photo that he walks by.
It was nice of the parents to not make sure he wasn't hammered driving home, which he clearly was.
Oh no.
Yeah.
He's driving a Dodge.
He's driving a tank. Yeah, that'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
So changing quick scene. There was other scenes. So Zendaya, her character, goes to rehab, comes out, immediately goes to find drugs. And I hated this scene. It was so stupid. She goes to like a gas station or a liquor store, and it's got a secret door that opens up, and there's a drug dealer inside who's like a 14-year-old boy with tattoos on his cheeks.
He might have been 10.
Bro, that's like a 10-year-old kid.
Was he selling drugs out of the cooler? In the gas station?
It was a secret cooler room.
Sitting in the cooler, it's probably cold, or no?
Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe it's a fake cooler, but either way, it's like you're telling me this 12-year-old is somehow the top drug dealer in the town. And number one, nobody's figured this out and gone and like, let's go rob this 12-year-old. I would rob him. Like, what are we talking about?
This show is the worst show. Every show is terrible, but we're lucky that they had Sydney Sweeney. So
like I said, she's the only saving grace of the entire show.
Well,
but the show did make me want to do drugs. I'll say that. Pick the wrong.
The saving grace of the show is Twitter. You can just see like the scene of the new season where she's in like a, I don't know, Jessica Rabbit outfit. You know, seen that?
Yeah,
but I don't have to watch
yes, I have. I've seen it because
you've watched the entire thing.
Probably already know.
All 3 seasons.
No, only the most recent one. I forget stuff. I mean, they might as well just be the first time every time because I never remember shit.
Donnie's got memento disease. He's writing stuff on his arm. He's like, big tits. Then he forgets. He just looks like, what? Somebody's got big tits, apparently. He's just telling his wife.
It's something that's really awful, but also awesome at the same time.
I can see that. So a fresh new world every time you wake
Yeah.
up. You're like
wow,
you're like in
everything's great.
40 First Dates, which by the way is a great movie, underratedly good movie.
Never watched.
Oh, it's funny. It's Adam Sandler and
I know
Drew
who's in it. I'm
Barrymore.
aware of its existence.
Oh, okay. Well, fine. I'll just say it's a good movie. It's funny. I love it's got the guy who plays the Hobbit as like her doofus brother who's hopped up on steroids all the time. He's so tiny.
It is a good one.
It's a funny movie, man. It's got Rob Schneider in it as a playing a native Hawaiian guy with one bad eye.
Yes.
He's great. They're like, give Rob Schneider a tan and tell him he's playing a Samoan, and he's like, I'll do it. I don't care.
He plays like a delivery guy of Middle Eastern descent in Big Daddy.
Yes, he does.
Oh yeah.
He's always doing some. And
what
I think
hasn't Rob Schneider played?
Yeah.
He played a gigolo, and he played a woman where he changed. He changed his body as the high school girl, and he got to play a high school girl in a movie.
And then
maybe
he should
be in Euphoria.
He should be in Euphoria.
Where it was the Beast, where the guy put animal DNA in.
Yes, he was also an animal.
Yeah.
Are we just going to do a Rob Schneider?
The range. You have to appreciate the range Rob Schneider possesses.
Come on, you gotta get.
You know what he wasn't in?
He's a great.
Brian's other podcast.
Stood me up. He Schneidered me. That piece of twice he Schneidered me. Twice he said he's going to come on. Twice he Schneidered me and didn't show up. He'd say he comes. He'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'll come on." I'm like, "Great, give me some dates." Disappears for 5 months. Yeah, no, I'll come back on. Yeah, every time, awful, just awful.
You know, at least you're getting. You
got me and Donnie, so
yeah, thank God.
Yeah,
you guys don't have the range of a Schneider. What else about the show? There's a fat chick. There's these other dumb girls. One of who was the ex of the football player.
Yeah,
this was like watching a whole movie. It was terrible.
Yeah.
So another scene, the dumbest scene of all, I thought, was when the asshole football player is hanging out with his friends, like partying before the party.
Oh
shirtless.
Yeah,
who the fuck does
weird.
That?
In like a red
buddy, where's
room.
your shirt? What are you doing?
Like I said, a gay man wrote this show who doesn't know how to rape men or has no idea how straight men hang out, because there's never been a time other than when we did beer slides at the fraternity, which you need to take your clothes off because you're sliding down stairs on beer.
Right.
That we ever hung out shirtless, especially not all together in a dark room at night. Just
otherwise,
shirts off, everybody.
Let's say guys are going to get together because we're going to go out to a party. We're all going to be dressed really nice as we think is nice. Yeah. And then the future selves would then judge the past selves and be like, how disgusting did we look? But at the time, you thought you looked cool.
Well, maybe it was like Kramer and Seinfeld, where he'd take his pants off so they didn't get wrinkled before he'd go on stage or do anything fancy. So that's why they took all their shirts off so they wouldn't get wrinkled for the party.
But later in the show, they're not really wearing any nice clothes.
Everybody in high school thinks about it.
Perfectly ironed shirt. How did you get it that way?
I think it's what Brian's saying is like when a gay guy writes a show, he goes, well, yeah, straight dudes are just hanging out shirtless. And then they're going to like rub nipples and then talk about how they're going to bang chicks because they don't know how it really is to get a girl. Because they think guys go out to get girls like a hunting pack or something.
Maybe this is how gay guys hang out with each other.
Yeah, that's probably right.
So they just think it's the same.
If you're a gay guy, though, you see like 3 shirtless dudes, you're like, hello.
They're already probably all fucking. If you're just
a
bunch of gay dudes hanging out, that's all you're looking for anyways is sex.
Yeah. And you know what? Gay guys are always in and out of sex. And you know why? There's no chick to say no.
There you go. Choking each other out. Well, I like that we also got a nice, when Sydney Sweeney's hooking up with the black dude, just get a nice full shot of his ass as he jumps on top of her. I presume that he had some sort of thong on, I hope, or they added the shadows, which I'm thankful for, between his asshole and his...
He's like, I'll just go naked. That's cool.
They're like, excuse me, Mr. Actor, we have you a thong for the scene. He goes, nah, I'm good. I'm going raw.
Good. I got to show this badonk off. This badonky donk.
I'm getting Sweeney'd. I'm not putting a fucking muff on. I'm going straight up in that shit as much as I can. Thank you, American. I miss. Yeah, you know what I meant.
Speaking of black
for
guys,
that muff.
There is another scene where there's a kind of a chubbier girl who Zendaya's voicing it over. She's in a room smoking weed with a thin white guy who again is sitting around a party with no shirt on for whatever reason, as his two buddies who are black are smoking weed in the room, and he's like, "Are you a prude?" Or one black is like, "Are you a prude, or you like to hook up?" She's like, "I like to hook up. I'm freaky." And then the white guy's like, "All right, pull your tits out, suck my dick right now in front of these guys." Again, shit that you're just watching, you're like, why is this happening? And what girl would go along with this? What guys are like, yeah, I want to see you suck my buddy's dick right in front of me in this room in high school. No,
those aren't even his buddies. Those are the twin brothers of his friend, the black dude that's hooking up with Sweeney. Yeah, so those are like little brothers of the.
So even more bizarre then. To do that. And of course, this chick is like, I'm going to show them I'm no prude. I'm going to get it on with you. It's like so awful. Just every decision, stupid, awful, depressing garbage of like people that were this reality. It would be the most dystopian, horrible reality that one can imagine for children.
Yeah. It's Sodom and Gomorrah. In LA. I think that's where the show is set.
It's just awful. I will not be watching another episode. I don't care how much nudity is in it.
Sydney Sweeney's tits. There wasn't one thing I enjoyed about this show. I actually hated it.
There was one thing I enjoyed.
Oh, me too.
The Sweeney mom character was funny because obviously
the super alcoholic.
Yes. So Sweeney
was fun.
Yeah, that was funny, right? Because Sweeney, you're like, whoa, the mom obviously allows her daughter to be, hot Sweeney. And then you get to
doesn't burn her with acid.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, okay, I like both. I would live there. That's awesome. That sounds like a fun time. And then I also, the thing I wrote down is that the Zendaya character is supposed to be the female Jack Sparrow, where she's just wandering around all drug-addled and crazy, and she's gonna do.
Oh, by the way,
it's not gonna be fun.
What kind of cocaine did she do? If you remember that scene where she's in the party and she does a couple bumps, and then she's like
accident
tripping out.
I think it's the stuff that the baby drug dealer gave her, where he goes like, "Oh, there's like 3 different drug levels," and
like DMT and whatever.
Yeah, it's like, and then that's the other stupid thing about that scene is that there's a child drug dealer who, instead of knowing how to do his, math tables or whatever the kids are doing, he's like, "Oh, this is all the drugs," and they break it down like, "Oh,
he's doing meth tables instead of math."
Yeah, like, "Oh, that's the cool thing about this."
Maybe this is because it was 2019. In 2026, I don't think a drug dealer would be like, "Hey, we got this new shit going around. You want to try it?" Like, no, I don't.
Nope.
I'll be dead in 1 second.
I'd like 1980s cocaine, please.
Yeah, they need to make you can brew your own beer. They should do make your own cocaine. Like, why can't you just grow the plant and chew it and have a good time?
There you go.
Right? I would.
America was a real country. You could do that.
Yep, damn right. All right. Well, I don't know if there's anything else really to say about this horrible, depressing nightmare of a show.
I'm glad I watched it so that because I'd always been like, man, I always hear about Euphoria. I should watch it. Now that I've watched it, I'm like, don't have to worry about ever watching this again.
Nope. Can't believe I made it to 3 series. I mean, again, through 3 seasons. Again, all
I think they also
Sydney Sweeney's tits. And
yes, that's it. They pushed it forward. I think you'd probably keep, and they showed the other Latin girl's boobs as well. Like, let's not Forget that.
True. Oh yeah, she bangs because again, another great decision. Of course, people would do this because the Latin chick is trying to get back at the jock chick, her ex, and she just takes a random dude in the pool in the middle of the party and fucks him because that's another thing that just would happen.
Yeah,
I think what they did is they go, hey, let's show boobies, and people will watch, and they'll go, oh yeah, nice, and then they'll keep watching, and then they'll never show them again. The same way Game of Thrones got us.
I went, oh yeah, and then I turned it off immediately afterwards.
Oh no.
Well, I gave it the same grade as Sydney Sweeney's Bodacious Tots, which is a D. I would have given it a straight F, but her breast brought it up a full grade.
No.
But I still would never watch another episode of my life.
Stole exactly what I would have said. So, ditto for a double D.
The double D.
Is that it? You're giving it a D?
Yeah.
Yep. What are you giving it, Donnie?
I mean, I'm going to give it an A because it had her boobs.
You don't need to watch an entire depressing show to see her boobs.
No. You can find clips.
Her boobs are so good.
Like 1993.
Yeah,
you're
right.
Staying up to watch Skinamax after midnight because there's nothing else. No.
Yes. No. That's how good they are. No. That's
I'll tell you a show that deserves an A.
The show is a D, but her D's bring it to an A because everybody should watch this show.
Don't watch the first half of the first episode, they never watch it again. That's my recommendation. I'll say a show that deserved an A only for the cup size is Margo's Got Money Troubles because Ellie Fanning, who you might recall as a child actor, which is a little weird because, or is it, Dakota Fanning and Ellie Fanning, right? Ellie Fanning was also a child actress.
Yeah,
she was like
I think it's her sister.
Yeah, it's her sister.
Yeah, they're related.
They're the co-executive producers on this show. Margo's Got Money Troubles. So it starts off with this chick Margo, and she's like, again, horrible narration, just stupid. And I remember thinking because I hated it from the get-go. It's an A24 show, which A24 is a film studio that made a lot of movies that were very boring with a few very memorable scenes.
God.
Over
A24.
Yeah, so over it. Midsummer is a good example of that. A unbelievably boring movie that had some good visuals and some very striking, horrific stuff. They were known for horror. So I was like, oh God, is this going to be good or boring? Spoiler, boring. But starts off with this chick, Ellie Fanning, talking, she's a writer, and she's like, and I thought it was hilariously ironic because it's like, she's like, you know what? An opening scene when you're a writer should just draw you in and be so enthralling that you can't wait to keep finding out what's happening. I'm like, this should have the exact opposite. She's literally talking about it, and I'm having the opposite effect on me. I would have turned it off. With the first 30 seconds, I was like, I hate it. I hate it so much.
Brian, I know why you hate it. It's the same reason I hate it. It's when they try to make a show like a book. And you're reading it, and it's the stupid narration of a character, and you're just like, it's like a terrible, stupid book, or it was a book, or it's gonna be, and it's awful. And I hate it. Yeah. And you're just like, it's over narrated. There's no story, no development. It's one character. And it's just,
it was the same story that's been told 1 million times.
Yeah.
Dumb young chick gets knocked up and it derails her or whatever. And she, college falls for a professor.
Is never to be a scumbag. Blah, blah, blah.
Right. Of course. The guy. Yeah, exactly. The guy that's supposed to be amazing is a scumbag, her professor. Although, I'll give Ellie Fanning credit. She does not have a lot up top, but she was nude for half the episode.
That's what I liked about these two choices is that there was continuity not only between the story ideas of the ladies yapping and telling their stupid stories, but also that there was boobies.
A lot of boobies.
You know what? I actually found one thing very interesting about this show. I thought it was pro-life.
It did seem that way, didn't it?
That was really weird.
in a world where you would never think you would see any kind of pro-life message from any kind of mainstream Hollywood studio, you're like, they're not. She's like, I really want this baby, not I want to abort this baby. Like, what?
Could the new generation love having babies?
Well, maybe A24 actually stands for the number of days that they believe a fetus is considered a human.
Abortion
at
24.
24 days.
Yeah, because they even talk like, what's that? That's the baby's heartbeat. And and then you see like, oh, it's emotional. You're like, oh, well, don't want to kill a baby after I heard its heartbeat. Like, that's crazy.
Well, to give the backstory on that, so she writes this paper, and her professor is at Fullerton College. Is like, did you plagiarize this? And she's like, no, I wrote it. He's like, then why are you here? You should be at Harvard, which I laughed out loud at because Harvard doesn't take white people. We know. So hilarious. But he's like, you're so good. And oh my God, let's have lunch. And of course, her friend, and this scene was intolerable too, is her talking on her screen, her phone screen to her fucking friend so annoying. But then her friend's like, don't bang him. She's like, I'm not going to bang him. We all knew the cut scene to her in bed with him was coming. And there it was instantly in bed with him. And, he's like, oh, you're so beautiful. Blah, blah, blah. So yada, yada. Terrible. They're banging forever. Yeah, they're banging and banging and banging.
A lot of banging against the wall.
A lot of banging against the wall.
So this guy, his professor, is in his 30s, and he's just nutting in this college student without a care in the world. Like, buddy,
I mean, pull out at least.
Jimmy, he's an English professor. He's not a professor of anatomy. He's not in gynecology.
Like, get in, get out. Like, you got lucky, you got her.
No,
get out of there.
No whammy, no whammy. Oh, whammy. I don't know you.
And then he goes, I gave you the opportunity to get rid of it.
Yeah.
I got rid of it.
Well, full disclosure,
what we do on campus.
I hated the show so much. And also, Michelle Pfeiffer's in it. Fife Dog's in it. And, and what's the other guy's name? Is it Gary something? Michelle Pfeiffer was the mom.
Oh, snap. You didn't even catch that? That's
not Michelle. Yes, Michelle Pfeiffer's the mom. And her boyfriend
doing on this podcast. You guys are terrible at watching.
The pastor is the guy from As Good as It Gets and the former talk soup host, who I'm blanking on his name right now. Before John Henson. He was the guy on Talk Soup.
Greg Kinnear?
Greg Kinnear was her boyfriend. Michelle Pfeiffer's religious boyfriend is I already forgot his name. He's that irrelevant. You just said I already forgot.
If we had rewind, we'd want to hear Rico go, that is Michelle Pfeiffer. Holy shit.
She's almost 70.
She looks good for her age. No, she was good for her age.
She does not look good for her age. Are
you fucking kidding me?
John, I would bang Michelle Pfeiffer tomorrow. Get out of here.
She has had so much weird shit done to her.
She always looks weird. Do you know who Michelle Pfeiffer is? You know what she looked like? She always looked like that. She always looked weird. That's the good news about looking weird a little bit. Like, she already looked like a cat. That's why she played Catwoman. You can have surgery that makes you look more like a cat because you already look like a cat.
They've reversed her into a man, and she's got the same dick that one fucking tranny had on the other show that you guys missed.
No, I'm going to show you. I'm going to bring this up. She looks amazing for her age. Amazing.
Yeah, I hope if I'm in my 70s, I'm banging a 68-year-old woman that looks like her.
Hell yeah. She looked great.
Is that what her IMDb says? She's 68?
Yeah.
She's 72, right? Oh, she's 68.
No.
Well, that's where I draw the line at 69. But yeah, I stopped watching halfway through. I hated it so much. And I'm like, this has been done. This story's been done. It's stupid. When she's sitting down with her mom, and I'm like, and her mom gets up from the couch after she finds out she's pregnant. And I'm like, okay, now she's going to go walk to the fridge, get a beer. There you go. She gets a beer. And then she sits down. I'm like, this just sucks. I couldn't take it. I turned it off. I was at the gym. I had nothing better to do than watch it. I couldn't take it. I was like, fuck this show. I hated every single thing about it.
Okay, hold on.
A terrible show. You're right. I'm looking for more notes.
I didn't see him in this episode. We talked about him before we were going to watch. Nick Offerman. It says he's in all 8 episodes.
Yeah.
Who was he in
He
this
didn't
episode?
show up.
It says he was. He said he was in 8 episodes.
Nick Offerman's not so good at picking projects.
We didn't see him at all.
Oh, well, her dad was a carny that left when she was a baby. So maybe he comes back in because she remember her professor who was banging her said you should send a story to your dad. Which question is, how do you find your dad? Apparently it was a carny lifestyle, but so I guess he read her story and comes back into her life.
There's also a scene where there's a wrestling a college roommate is doing wrestling moves, and she says, "Oh, isn't that guy retired?" And the woman goes, "Oh, do you know about wrestling?" So when she says carny and then wrestling, that's where you get the Nick Offerman connection.
Now Rico's back in. So
Rico's
now going to be all the way back in as a huge wrestling fan.
I'm back, baby!
Yay! We all know
he's not a believable wrestler. I can't.
No, he's not. He's way too rich.
I guess the whole this is kind of weird in that the whole episode is not about what the show is titled. It's like if the first episode of Seinfeld didn't have Jerry in it. Yeah. Because this whole episode is about her like meeting a professor, getting knocked up, and him ditching her, basically, and her deciding to have a kid. Like, obviously, it's implied that the kid would be expensive, but they never really talk about that in this episode.
Here's my theory.
I thought this show was going to be about her like doing goofy things to make money.
I did too. I thought it was going to be funny for one, and it wasn't. It was written awfully. Again, horrible writing, nothing funny in it. Here's my theory is that she does submit to Harvard and magically somehow gets in. And now she has to try to make Harvard, level money as a white person. That's my guess.
That's hard without the grants,
and having a kid, which Michelle Pfeiffer says she's on her own raising it because Michelle Pfeiffer is a single mom. So she has no pity.
Well, and all her money's tied up in probably facial
mutual funds,
surgeries, and plastic surgery bills.
Yeah.
To look.
One thing, real quick, I want to bring up the director. Did you catch the director's name?
No.
Her name was Dearblaw. Dearblaw Walsh. Dear blah 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 Walsh, which explains a lot.
It's just
I wrote it down. DEARBLAH Walsh. Dearblaw.
These are women that don't like to make cookies.
You can imagine looking down at your baby and being like, "I shall name you Dearblaw."
You will never satisfy another man ever.
There's also an actress. I'm scanning through the roll call here. I don't know if you've ever heard of Rico Nasty. That's apparently her name.
Wow.
That's my name for you.
Well, now I have to look up and see who this person is.
Yes.
Rico Nasty. Oh, God. This has to be a trans, right? Oh, I guess she's not. Maybe she's not. She's a regular human. Well, she's a rapper. That's why.
There are all trans are real humans too.
A
regular human.
She's not a Bigfoot. She's a regular.
Yes,
human.
she is. I'd play some of her songs, except I don't want us to get our meager YouTube views taken away from us.
Oh, I pay my mortgage this month.
Yeah.
I know.
God. So wait. So what? Let me guess.
Cookie bills.
So obviously, let me guess how the second half went. Predictably, Professor no condom jizz inside. He decides he's not going to take any part in the baby, and it's her choice. And she's now going. She now doesn't want to stay at the same school, so she's going to drop out of college. That's going to set up the whole. Harvard.
They don't get into that part, but they do show that she says like, "Oh, he's been ghosting me ever since I decided to wanted to keep the kid. And then this is kind of like Euphoria 2. She's shopping with her mom at the mall, and she runs into Professor Nut and Me, and he's with his wife and kids.
Of course he is. Naturally.
And he's like, hello. And she realizes that she wants nothing from him. He's just a dick, an asshole. So
wouldn't she have Googled? I'm sorry. This is a modern woman. Would you not, before you went to meet, have coffee with him and fuck him, would you not have done a cursory level of, let me look up his name and see if his Facebook or Instagram photos, which I'm sure he has, show him with a family? Because I would have. Every woman in today's age Googles everybody before they do anything. Well, not now.
James Franco is no longer in movies, delighting me because he was banging his students as a professor.
No, he wasn't even banging his students. He was banging other people at his school that weren't even his students.
Who cares?
Exactly. Even more ridiculous. James Franco.
The professor was very strategic. He read the girl's writing, which was terrible. And then he realized she has daddy issues. And then he goes, your writing's so good. We should have coffee. And then she goes, my writing's terrible, but this guy thinks it's good, so I'm going to hang out with him. And then he goes, this bitch is stupid. I'm going to fuck her. And then she goes,
other
I'm
Fullerton
stupid.
College ladies has he jizzed in with no consequences? Maybe he thought there was something in the water there that's making them infertile.
And this guy goes,
like, I'm 10 for 10.
He's like, again.
Yeah. Professor goes, this girl's way stupid. She's not even making me wear a condom. I'm going to jizz right up in her. And then the girl's like, I'm so smart. I love college. And then there you go. Here we go. It's a show.
Oh, you know what also was interesting? He's telling her, like, you got to have the abortion. Think of your career, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, and maybe I'm just being a little harsh on the profession, but if there's one thing you could still probably do as a woman while you're pregnant, you could still fucking be a writer, right?
I had the same exact thought,
Like,
Rico. I'm like,
dude,
you got a good 8
worker.
Yeah, you
got
got
going
a
to
good
the
8 months
WNBA.
sitting around. Maybe do some writing during that time. It's not all pushing a baby out, just sitting around.
I was gonna do Olympics, gymnastics, but now I'm pregnant. I can't do it.
And her mom keeps saying, "Oh, you're throwing away the life you never had." Like, if you want to be a writer, you can still be a writer. Like, what are we talking about here?
You got more shit to write
that
about
kid gets
now.
bigger. You got that big old baby belly. Just pop your notepad right onto your laptop.
Yeah.
You got a built-in desk.
It's funny how they have so much
excuse-riddled women.
So much to say, right? Like the characters, like yap, 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 yap.
Dear blah blah blah.
And then I got pregnant. Oh no, I have nothing to say. I'm not a writer anymore.
That's what happens to women. They have no opinions anymore. Once
I can't talk anymore. Oh, no. It's like, all right, keep yapping. Why are you stop yapping? The whole time you're just sitting here telling us about yourself. Just keep going.
Well, at least one good thing I'll say in the professor coming me's favor is at least he didn't threaten her and choke her out like the head coach of Michigan football did to his intern when she said she was going to tell his wife. I would have, if I was Professor Jidzener, I would have been like, you want to go run the Culver City stairs? And then just, put some tripwires out there.
Why did yours turn into rape?
That's not rape.
I tripwire you, and then I jizz in you.
No. You tripwire her so she falls on the tummy.
Oh, I guess after you've jizzed in her to kill the baby. Oh, yes. My bad. Sorry.
I'd like to go to a coat
on the stairs joke. Yeah.
Just don't jizz in her. Just stop.
I mean,
that's especially as a married man. Especially if you're single. If you're a single professor, you should probably also use a condom. But extra so as a married man, you would always use a condom.
18-year-old.
Yeah.
They're idiots.
You got like just leave it alone. Just it's all right. Great. You got your dick hard. Okay, great. Just
maybe in a deleted scene, she told him she couldn't get pregnant. That's how they
That's how they get you. That's how they always get you.
I got endometriosis.
Yeah. Well, I always wonder too, watching these shows, like, do the people who write these things, do they know that?
No.
Oh, well, you know, I said David E. Kelly wrote Euphoria. He wrote this shitty show. He wrote this piece of shit. That's like the guy who wrote, like, Ally McBeal wrote this show. I confused it with Euphoria. He wrote this piece of shit. So why all of a sudden is he like, you know what I'm gonna write? A teenage drom-com, and everybody's like, this is gold when they're reading it. Like,
he's got to be told what to write. He's not.
This is an Apple TV show, by the way, so I think that probably explains a lot.
Yeah, Apple TV shows have. I mean, their sci-fi shows are good. I'll say that because I watched a few of them. Their drama comedy shows are terrible. Like that was that one that Donnie kept watching that was awful.
All of them.
Yes, but also the one with Hopper and Jason Bateman that we watched. What was that one?
Oh yeah,
that was also a depressing. That was also a depressing Apple show about cheating on your spouse.
That was an HBO.
I like that show. I hated it. Ended so terribly. I hate.
Tell us about the end.
You're shocked, surprised. Yeah, just tell
us about the end of the show that I've
seen. The end of that show.
What was the show called again? So people, if anybody watching it,
so the way they built it up is that you think that the guy was murdered, and they bring up the story from the perspective of the wife that she wanted life insurance, and then she wanted the the friend to kind of sign up for it, and then she didn't want the life insurance, the main fat guy, to know that they were in cahoots about the life insurance, and then obviously he's dead, and then the way it all ends is that she or that he basically killed himself. It all crescendoed into. Well, no, he didn't find out.
Why was he looking at gay porno? Was he in the gay porno? That was my theory.
Was
that
him.
He was the guy.
I nailed
it. I nailed it.
He was the guy.
1, baby. I knew it. I knew he was looking at his heyday in gay porno when he was young and hot. I knew it.
So he did gay porn. His life didn't work out the way he did, and then he went into like trying to learn sign language.
What kind of way did he think his life was gonna go?
I
never got to do hardcore gay porno like I always imagined.
I guess he had a bunch of these magazines, and at the end of it, like the one guy tells him like bring the magazine to the thing, and then he's pretending like the friend Bateman's character is pretending to be somebody else. They're gonna meet, and then the whole thing is that they have his bike, right, meeting him at the end, or not at the end, like right, like the recumbent bike,
recumbent, yeah.
They keep like alluding to the bike. The woman had it fixed, and then in the next episode, and then right before the last episode, the boy wants to learn how to ride the bike. So it's the boy that goes and is riding the bicycle at the end
at
of
4 in the morning.
Yes, because he goes there. Because he finds out, because he logged into the computer to find out that the guys are going to meet up. And it's the worst. It ends so bad. It's so stupid. It's a waste of time. I feel like shows are designed to like not even give us a good resolution at the end.
Their high point is like the middle, and then they just get shittier.
Yeah, the shows now are terrible. They're annoyingly, everybody's only doing 6 or 8 episode seasons, and they're trying to do this thing where they get you to watch all 6 or 8, and so they start good, and then it ends so stupid.
It did start good.
Sucks
and you're going to watch all 8 episodes anyways. What are you complaining about?
Yeah, and good point. Like, yeah, most of them don't, and they still get you. It's like they're not even trying to make shows anymore. They're just trying to make you watch 6 or 8 episodes, which is
awful.
Not good. Yeah.
Well, just God, so awful.
Yeah, because it was like, oh, this is interesting. And then it just ends like, here you go. Here's nothing.
Yep.
Here's the end. It sucks. You're like, oh, you fuckers gave up at the end.
I think this is a good new closing bit for the show. We revisit a terrible show that Donnie has watched in its entirety.
I like it. I agree. We should definitely do it.
All right. I'm in.
Don, Don's gonna watch him anyway. All right. Well, I gave that show a D-. I gave it only a half grade better because of Ellie Fanning just being nude for a lot of it. Which again, she's not have the greatest face at all.
No,
she doesn't have the greatest knockers at all, but she's still cute and I appreciated it.
Yeah, I like the effort. Boobs get you actually one grade up. So they went from a D. I'm giving it a C. I mean, those are, even though they weren't C cups, I'm giving it a C.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a C for its boldness in being a pro-life show in this world that only abortion is allowed. So kudos to you.
Yeah. And for Michelle Pfeiffer, still looking hot at 68.
Yeah, I guess, getting her. I guess she needs money. So good for them. Giving her money.
This is the passion project. She's like, I need to be in a boring, middling show that no one likes.
Also, you didn't point this out. When Ellie Fanning confronts the professor in the mall parking lot, she tells the mom, which is like, stay out of this, because the mom's like fuming that this guy knocked up her girl and it's just not taking any responsibility. But she does like walk past them, like kind of glaring on the way to the car, and the professor checks her out.
Remember, Ellie Fanning was telling him how hot her mom's legs were. So,
yeah, that was
foreshadowing.
There you go.
When she was lying in bed naked with the professor, she's like, he's like, your legs are so hot. And she's like, oh, you should see my mom's legs.
Like, all right.
He's like, all right, maybe I will. He's like, I could come in that with no condom. She's over the hill. She can't have babies anymore.
Yeah, she gone through menopause. Yes.
The guy's like, exactly why I chose you. You've got issues. Terrible stuff. Awful show.
Yeah. All right. Well, what should we do next time around?
That's a tough one. I mean, we're getting into the end of the year when it comes to shows. May's around. There's going to be a few, I think, what do they call those? Season finales. I don't know which ones, but I guess we don't do those anyway.
That's not what we do here. I was going to say Twin Peaks would be a fun show. Speaking of a perfect segue from Sydney Sweeney's sweet titties, we could do Twin Peaks for the old show.
Let's do it.
That's a weird old David Lynch classic that could be fun to do.
That show is a longer show, so the new show.
It's like 45 minutes.
Yeah, we're gonna make it like a nice new.
Because it was on network. That's the thing. If old shows that are an hour on network are 45 minutes.
Yeah, they're like 42 minutes.
Perfect.
Yeah, I was gonna say a tight 42.
Yeah, it's perfectly okay.
Has there been anything new that came out?
I have I've been searching. I am not really seeing all.
I'm gonna go new shows June 2026. Let's see what's coming out.
Probably having another
or May. May. I mean, May 2026. Let's see the 8 premieres that Parade Magazine is most excited for. Let's see what they have to say about things. Why don't we?
I like.
All right, so Lord of the Flies. That's going to be a woke piece of dog shit remake on Netflix, so that could be fun.
I don't have. I canceled it.
Oh, you canceled it. Amadeus, which also, by the way, I think they have a half black person playing Mozart, so that could be. That's on Stars, though.
Oh, because of I don't have that either.
Yeah. Prime has Off Campus. Oh boy. Okay, wait a minute. Prime Video is filling the hockey-shaped hole in our hearts with Off Campus. Apparently depicts the lives of an elite hockey team and the various women that exist in its members' lives.
Well, hockey players do get ass.
They do. A lot of it. You know what? I was going to this place called I don't know, Tuxedo Box or something, like some fitting place where I'd go in and get fitted for clothes because I have freak arms and I'm thin body and it's hard to find clothes to fit. So I went in and I have the specialist work with me. 10 out of 10 blonde bombshell. I mean, just, my God, was she hot. Then I found out dating a fucking pro hockey player. Pissed in every pair of pants in the store, never came back.
I mean, hey, she's got to date somebody
for this shirt.
Yeah, right. For this shirt.
I want to see how it would look. I want to look without my boxers on.
Just think about it, Brian. You got to be with a hot chick that's pro hockey player level dating.
Look at that. Oh, see, if Rico had The Burrows, I actually want to watch The Burrows. It's like a sci-fi show, but it's on Netflix. So
wait, isn't that the one that's supposed to be a parody of the well, no, wait, we already did that one.
Oh my God, wait a minute. Oh, we got to watch this. Wait, when is it? Oh, not till May 25th, but we got to watch this. Nick Cage is in a show called Spider Noir, where he plays like the Spider-Man that is a black and white, hardcore, hard-boiled detective. That I do want to watch.
What's that on? Disney Plus?
It's got to be Disney. Yeah, it's got to be Disney Plus.
Why don't we make that? We should just make that the next episode.
Well, that's quite a long way away.
A month. You want to go a month without talking to us?
I think we should do. Do you have stars, guys?
We're at the end of the television season. We got to do our hiatus.
Yeah, there's not a lot of new stuff. We might have to double up on our old shows since Rico doesn't have Netflix. Rico, I'll just give you my Netflix login to watch Lord of the Flies. How about that? Fine. It's gonna suck.
I'll take it. I get that. Right. What a deal maker.
Maybe
part of the deal.
All-women cast or something.
Well, it's got. It's got.
My version has Sydney Sweeney in it, and it's just me.
It's got one kid in it that looks exactly like my neighbor's kid. So that's
a little fat kid. Your neighbor has got a fat.
I bet it's got. What do you want to bet? It's got some kid in a wheelchair that they have to figure out a way to push him around.
It's just a plane crash.
$20. I'll bet you $20. It's Lord of the Flies. It's like all takes place at like the Steam era, but there's got to be some kid in a wheelchair. I guarantee it. They have to check that. They have to check some box.
It crashes on an island, and the only survivors.
Well, it's going to be diversified.
Sydney Sweeney.
It's a very diverse.
It looks like a lot of white kids in this cast list, though.
Well, there's I looking at the picture. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white kids. I can't see this one kid who I think is going to be the crippled kid. So I don't know what race he is. There's like a half black kid with a big birthmark on his face. There's a super dark black kid. Then there's like a, I don't know, Indian-ish looking kid.
All right, there we go. We're starting to check them.
Oh, wait, there's another black kid that's real tiny hidden in the background. That's 50-50.
All right.
So there's one little kid I barely saw because this one white kid's got like encephalitis head. I can't see the other kid behind his massive inflamed gourd.
When does that show come out?
That's May 4th, so it's soon.
All right, I guess May the 4th. Should we not do a Star Wars episode?
Is there a new Star Wars?
Well, there's old Star Wars shows. Have we done Mandalorian?
We haven't. Well, we're gonna do Twin Peaks, though, right?
No, yeah, I guess that's the old one.
Yeah, there's a ton of old Star Wars shows. And I mean, Andor I actually would like to do because I heard that's a good Star Wars show.
It's going to be May the 4th. We should do something.
Well, the show is not going to be on May the 4th, is it? No. Well, we could. I mean, well, yeah, it's going to be after May the 4th.
What are we doing here?
Yeah. All right. Fine. Don, we can do Andor for your May the 4th. We'll save Twin Peaks for the time after. Andor and Lord of the Flies. It's going to be 2-hour-long episodes, so buckle up.
Cancel work.
It's the work we do for the love of the game. All right. Well, let's wrap it up and think about Sydney Sweeney's sweet knockers as we.
It's my new screenshot
for Andor. Screenshot.
Or what is it called?
God damn it, Don! You're like the old person. Don's instead of just finding the clip online, Don's pausing his TV to take screenshots of Sydney Sweeney's tits off the television.
It's paused right now. It's gonna be that way forever.
Don't touch the TV, Heather.
You're it. Get out of the way. Your head's in the way.
Oh.
All right, goodbye.
Bravo!
I loved that.
Oh, it was great.
Well, it was pretty good.
Well, it wasn't bad.
Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good, though.
It could have been a lot better.
I didn't really like it.
It was pretty terrible.
It was bad.
It was awful.
It was terrible.
Get him away!